Life has a bunch of great mysteries, and today we're gonna solve one for y'all. So what do you do with all the tomatoes that start coming? I saw a meme one time that says my husband started gardening great, the whole neighborhood's gonna have tomatoes. We always tend to overplant tomatoes. But what's the good of growing all these tomatoes if you don't know what you're gonna do with it? Now there's all kinds of, I mean, you can can them, you can do paste and sauce and all that other good stuff. There's lots of ways to do it. But I'm gonna show you the best way that I've come across. I actually got this from a video a long time ago from an old Italian lady, and I don't even remember who it was to give credit to, and I've been doing it for years since. But how do you turn this into this that will store for a long time, and you can use it to feed your family? In today's day and age, we're gardening for a reason. Things are too expensive out there. Inflation's going crazy. The greed index of what companies and corporations are charging is absolutely unreal. That's probably what got a lot of you into gardening. And of course, it's one of the reasons that have kept me into gardening for so many years. Making traditional pasta sauces and tomato sauces and that kind of thing can get kind of tedious on how they do it. And one thing I really hate is blanching tomatoes. Blanching tomatoes sucks. And I don't like using the machine that takes the seeds out and everything because it just seems like it wastes a lot of the tomato. So what I like about this recipe is you don't blanch, you don't remove the seeds. It is one of the easiest recipes you'll ever find, and it doesn't take very long to do it. So stick with me and I'll walk you through step by step. I'm looking for about 15 pounds. I'm hoping that we get 15 pounds because I think that's the mark where I'll get 4 full large quart jars of my spaghetti sauce and give me enough to make a big dinner and give some to the kids. This should be it. Almost. No sweat. We've still got some left. Okay, we can't leave it hanging. 15 pounds. Then all we're going to do is wash all these tomatoes. Get them washed off, rinse them off, and then we get them into the Ninja. We don't skin them. Oh, we found one that got through. We don't blanch them. We don't deseed them. Nothing like that. Wait till you see this. One of my absolute favorite kitchen appliances, the Ninja. Look at the blades on this thing. Ain't no tomatoes getting away from that. And all we're going to do is rinse and put them in. This is our final time that we can inspect our tomatoes too and make sure we got all the ones with defects out. But just check them out, rinse them off, drop them in. And then once you get it nice and full, you gotta lock this guy in, mash that lid on. It helps to be plugged in. And away we go. And all I'm going to do is hit it, blend it down so I can throw more tomatoes in until we get all the way up to the max line. And once she's full, we're just going to dump her right in a big old pot. So 4 of the Ninjas just about fills this up. We still have to add onions, peppers, garlic, and whatever else we want to put in here. So that gives us a little bit of room on top of this size pot. And honestly, I didn't look to see what size this pot was, but as you can see, it's a pretty good size one. Okay, now it's gonna take a while to cook this down. So I went ahead and cranked it up to a medium-high heat, put the lid on so I can bring it to a boil. We're gonna run out in the garden, grab onion, garlic, some green peppers, and who knows what else. And we'll teleport it back in here to the kitchen. We're gonna chop it up, add it to this, and then we're going to boil this down until it's a consistency that we want it to be. Okay, ran out to the garden, and the only things we're going to add, I typically do one of my large onions per about 10 pounds of tomatoes. We're at 15, I threw in some extra, 16 pound maybe. So we're going to do 2 good sized onions, chopped up as fine as you want them. I grabbed 1 bulb, so we're going to take all the cloves out of there. It looks like there's 10 or 12 cloves in there. We're going to crush those up, put it in there. We're going to do 4 of the bell peppers, and this is a good time to get rid of anything that has a defect on it. If it has sunburned on it, you can cut that off and still chop up the rest of this bell, put it in there. And then I grabbed a bunch of basil. I don't have a measurement from how much basil I use, but trust me, it tastes good and it pretty much melts in there. So just kind of use the scissors, cut it up fine and drop it in there, it'll be gone. And of course, I don't want to cook without my tools and my toys. So we've got the slap chop. If you haven't got one of these, it'll change your life. We got our mandolin over here that you've seen in some other videos. And we have got this crazy, it's called the Nutra Chopper. But this little sucker cubes everything exactly the same every time into this little cup, and you can dump it in. Makes your life easier. Now you're going to want to make sure you cook off your bell peppers, your onions, that kind of stuff. So either grab some butter or you can grab some oil, whatever you're going to use. And let's just get this pan coated because we got a lot to put in there. Saute them down, and you just want to go down till the onions are translucent. And then dump them in the pot. And we're going to cook this down, and all we're doing is cooking off the excess water. So you want to keep it boiling. For me, it's at least 2 hours. I'm probably going to go 3 or 4 on this one. But just keep it at a nice boil and keep stirring it until it comes down. And I mean, my level's here now. It's going to be here when we're done. We're going to cook off all that excess water that's in there and just bring it down till it's a consistency that you like. We're all different, so it doesn't have to be a specific consistency. If you want it thick, cook it longer. If you want it a little more runny, a little more watery, don't cook it as long. It's looking good and it's tasting good. Just keep on boiling that down, stir it, continue it well. Randomly just come back and stir it. You'll feel it getting really thick at the bottom every time you stir it. Stir it in until it's all one consistency. Let it keep boiling. Boiling it will just keep removing that water, and you just keep going until it's exactly how you want it. Nobody can tell you what's right for you except you. After a few hours, couple to a few hours, depending on your liking, when you get down here deep and you start stirring, you're going to see it pulls up the thick stuff. And that's about where I like it. Okay, to finish it up, all you're going to need is, of course, your jars, your new lids, your rings, a ladle, a funnel if you have one, and clean, sterilized jars. Now on this one, you don't have to worry about headspace, fill it all the way up. For the way we're doing it this time, your spaghetti sauce is hot enough that if you crank this ring down, get that lid nice and tight, that is hot. Flip it upside down, get all your jars done, put another towel over it just to help hold the heat in, and it will pop the lid every time. I haven't had any issues. Even though small and a whole bunch of small tomatoes, 15 pounds, turns into 5 of the quart jars of my awesome chili pepper spaghetti sauce. And always remember, you don't have to be a prepper to be prepared. I'm Steve with the Chili Pepper Channel. We'll see you on the next one.